Welcome to Active Health 360. Your journey to a healthier, happier life starts here. Did you know that inside your very own family, there may be a silent killer lurking without anyone noticing? It doesn't cause sharp pain at first. It doesn't scream for your attention. Instead, it quietly damages your body day by day, often undetected and unaddressed. That silent killer is high blood pressure, also known as hypertension. In the United States, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, nearly 1 out of every 2 adults has high blood pressure. What's even more alarming is that most of them don't even know it. High blood pressure is the leading cause of stroke, heart attack, heart failure, and kidney disease, conditions that can suddenly take a life in an instant. Imagine this scenario. A middle-aged man goes to work in the morning, feeling fine. At lunch, he feels a little dizzy, but brushes it off, thinking it's just stress. By evening, he collapses from a massive stroke. The culprit? Undiagnosed, uncontrolled high blood pressure. This isn't an isolated story. It's an everyday reality for countless families across America. Today, we're going to uncover the truth about this silent killer. We'll explore why high blood pressure is so dangerous, the warning signs you should never ignore, the alarming reality of hypertension in America, and most importantly, the practical steps you and your family can take to prevent it and live healthier lives. Stay tuned, because what you learn today might just save your life, or the life of someone you love. So, what exactly is high blood pressure? Let's start simple. Blood pressure is the force of your blood pushing against the walls of your arteries as your heart pumps. When your heart beats, it creates systolic pressure. The top number in your blood pressure reading, like the 120 and 120/80, when your heart rests between beats, it creates diastolic pressure. The bottom number, like the 80 in 120/80. For healthy adults, normal blood pressure is about 120/80 millimeters of mercury. If your blood pressure is consistently 130/80 or higher, doctors consider it hypertension. Here's the scary part. High blood pressure usually doesn't hurt at first. You can live with it for years without realizing it. But inside your body, constant pressure is straining your arteries, damaging their lining, and forcing your heart to work overtime. Over the years, that leads to hardened arteries, clots, strokes, and heart attacks. That's why doctors call hypertension the silent killer. You may feel completely fine, until suddenly you're not. The damage is happening beneath the surface, quietly but relentlessly, until one day it catches up with you in the form of a life-altering event. Why then is high blood pressure so common in America? There are 3 big reasons. First, our diet is loaded with salt, sugar, and fat. Americans consume nearly double the recommended sodium intake. Fast food, frozen meals, pizza, fries, and soda. These staples are packed with salt that makes your body hold on to water, raising blood pressure. It's not just the obvious salty snacks. Hidden salt lurks in packaged foods, sauces, and even bread. Second, our lifestyle is increasingly sedentary. Desk jobs, long commutes, and hours of screen time leave little room for movement. Lack of physical activity weakens your cardiovascular system, making it harder for your heart and blood vessels to stay strong and healthy. Our bodies were designed to move, but modern life keeps us sitting for hours on end. Third, America faces high rates of obesity and chronic stress. The United States has one of the highest obesity rates in the world. Extra weight forces the heart to pump harder, putting constant strain on arteries. On top of that, ongoing stress, whether from work, finances, or family, triggers hormones like adrenaline, which temporarily spike blood pressure. Over time, those spikes take a serious toll on your body. Put all these factors together: poor diet, inactivity, obesity, and stress, and you've got the perfect storm for hypertension. That's why high blood pressure is often called a national epidemic. It doesn't discriminate. It affects workers, professionals, seniors, and even young adults. No matter your background or age, you could be at risk. Here's the tricky part. most people with high blood pressure don't notice symptoms at all. Still, there are some subtle signs worth paying attention to. Frequent headaches, especially in the morning, can be a warning sign. Dizziness, lightheadedness, or loss of balance may be subtle clues. A racing or irregular heartbeat might indicate trouble. Fatigue and trouble concentrating can be associated with hypertension, as can nosebleeds without an obvious cause. Blurred or double vision may also occur. But remember, these signs are not unique to hypertension. They can be caused by many different conditions. That's why the only reliable way to know is to check your blood pressure regularly. Owning a simple home blood pressure monitor could literally save your life, or your spouse's, or your parents'. It takes just 2 to 3 minutes a day, but could be the difference between prevention and tragedy. Don't wait for symptoms. Be proactive. Uncontrolled high blood pressure is like a ticking time bomb. It leads to devastating health consequences. First, stroke. Hypertension is the #1 cause of stroke. When a vessel in the brain bursts or clogs, brain cells die within minutes, leading to permanent disability or death. Second, heart attack. Constant pressure damages arteries, making them stiff and narrow. That raises the risk of clots blocking blood flow to the heart, causing heart tissue to die. Third, heart failure. The heart works harder against resistance, eventually wearing out and losing its ability to pump effectively. Fourth, chronic kidney disease. Hypertension scars the delicate blood vessels in your kidneys, impairing their ability to filter waste from your bloodstream. This can lead to kidney failure and the need for dialysis. Fifth, vision loss. High blood pressure can damage tiny vessels in the eyes, leading to blindness. According to the CDC, more than 500,000 deaths each year in the U.S. are directly or indirectly linked to high blood pressure. That's hundreds of thousands of families losing loved ones to something that is largely preventable. The reality in America is sobering. Nearly 120 million American adults have high blood pressure. Yet, only about 1 in 4 has it under control with treatment and lifestyle changes. The U.S. spends more than $130 billion every year on hypertension-related healthcare costs. This shows that hypertension isn't just a personal health issue, it's a national crisis. And the saddest part? Many people don't get diagnosed until it's too late, when they've already suffered a heart attack or stroke. The costs are measured not just in dollars, but in lives forever changed. But here's the good news. Hypertension can be prevented and managed with some lifestyle changes. First, eat smarter. Cut back on salt. Less than 2,300 milligrams a day, about 1 teaspoon. Load up on vegetables, fruits, and whole grains. Limit processed foods, fast food, and sugary drinks. Choose lean proteins like fish, poultry, and beans. Read nutrition labels and be mindful of hidden sodium in sauces, canned goods, and restaurant meals. Second, get moving. Aim for 30 minutes of brisk walking most days of the week. If walking isn't your thing, try cycling, swimming, or yoga. The key is consistency. Find activities you enjoy and make them part of your routine. Avoid sitting longer than an hour without stretching or moving. Even small bursts of movement throughout the day can make a difference. Third, maintain a healthy weight. Even losing just 5 to 10% of your body weight can significantly reduce blood pressure. Focus on gradual, sustainable changes rather than drastic diets. Celebrate small victories along the way. Fourth, cut back on alcohol, caffeine, and quit smoking if you haven't already. Excessive drinking and smoking are major contributors to hypertension. Reducing or eliminating these habits lowers your risk and improves your overall health. Fifth, manage stress. Practice meditation, deep breathing, or mindfulness. Spend quality time with family and friends. Prioritize 7 to 8 hours of sleep every night. Chronic stress puts your body in a constant state of alert, raising your blood pressure over time. Find healthy outlets for stress and make relaxation a daily habit. Sixth, monitor your blood pressure. Adults over 40 should check at least once a week. If you have risk factors like obesity or a family history of heart disease, consider checking daily. Keep a record of your readings and share them with your healthcare provider. Early detection is the key to prevention. These steps may seem small, but together they can cut your risk of serious complications by up to 50%. Prevention isn't about perfection, it's about making better choices, one day at a time. If you take control now, you can protect yourself and your loved ones from the devastating consequences of hypertension. High blood pressure truly is a silent killer hiding in millions of American households. It doesn't shout, it doesn't announce itself. But when it strikes, the results can be devastating. Heart attacks, strokes, kidney failure, blindness. These aren't rare outcomes. They're the harsh reality for families across the country. But here's the truth you need to hold on to. Hypertension is not a death sentence. You absolutely can take control with the right lifestyle choices and regular monitoring. Starting today, I encourage you to eat a little cleaner, move a little more, and get a blood pressure monitor to use regularly. These simple steps can make a world of difference. And most importantly, talk about it. Share this information with your parents, siblings, friends, and coworkers. You never know. One simple conversation might save a life. The more we talk about high blood pressure, the more we break down the barriers of silence and denial. Knowledge is power, and awareness is the first step toward prevention. Health is not guaranteed. It's a gift we protect day by day. Don't wait for a wake-up call that comes too late. Take charge, stay informed, and make your health a priority. If you found this information helpful, share it with others. Together, we can build healthier families and communities and turn the tide against the silent killer of high blood pressure. Your life and the lives of those you love are worth it.